Yo guys, what is good? It's your boy Jawong here, back again with another video. And today we got an unboxing that I honestly don't even know which one this is from. Alright, so before we start, I'm pretty sure you guys might have noticed something different in the background, so I wanted to touch on that really quick. So as you guys can see right here, we have Patrick from the Cactus Plant Flea Market and Uniqlo collaboration with SpongeBob. And I picked this up in Changi Airport in Singapore when I had a 13-hour layover from Thailand. So I decided to pick it up because actually in America, all of these are pretty much sold out. And there was a wide stock of both SpongeBob and Patrick. But as you guys know, Patrick is the best. Like, look at him. This is just amazing. So I picked it up for a pretty good price. It was on sale too. And yeah, I mean, I love Patrick so much. Finland!
You okay, Patrick?
Finland! But yep, I'm happy to add this to the collection of useless things that I have in the background. But still, it's a nice little piece to add to the background once again. So we'll put him right here. And yeah, looks pretty cool, right? But going back to my trip in Thailand, there's one thing that I learned, and that's when I'm traveling and I'm sitting in the airport, you cannot give me a phone because then I will make a bunch of stupid purchases as I'm waiting for my flight to take off. So yeah, when I'm bored, I just make unnecessary purchases, and that's what ended up happening. I literally had a 13-hour layover, like I said. And in the meantime, I bought a lot of sneakers. So in the next coming videos, I'm gonna have a lot of different unboxings of different sneakers that I've been wanting to cop for the longest time. And like I said before, I have this one today, and I don't even know which one this one is from. So let's just open it up and let's see which sneakers they are. So to be transparent, I've pretty much bought like 4 sneakers within the last 2 weeks. So you're gonna be seeing a lot of different additions to the collection. However, I have been selling a lot, so I've been trying to downgrade and then add new ones to my collection. So you're not really downsizing, but you know, you get the point. I'm trying to get rid of older pairs so that I can get newer ones in. So which one is this? Oh, of course. Oh wait, what? Oh, I did not expect these to be in the mail today. I thought it was gonna be the other pair. But let's take this out of the box. All right. So basically this pair has been on my sneaker wish list since I've been in college. So I wanted it when I was a junior or a sophomore, I should say. So I've been wanting this sneaker for 6 years, never got around to getting it. But finally I decided to pull the trigger because why not? This is a sneaker that is long overdue to be added in my collection. And as you guys see, it is an off-white sneaker. No one really wears off-white anymore. However, I still think that this sneaker is really nice. And I don't know, whenever I want a sneaker, it's kind of like I just have to get it. Like, it doesn't matter if it's hype. It doesn't matter if it's something that's like super hot on the market nowadays. If I wanted it in the past, chances are I just want that nostalgia again. So let's open the box in 3, 2, 1. We have the wrapping paper. And in 3, 2, 1. Oh gosh, that was a fail. And in 3, 2, 1. Sheesh! Yes, sir! As you guys see, we do have the off-white blazers in the All Hallows Eve colorway. This sneaker is pretty old. I think that this came out in like 2017 or 18. I forget which year, but it's a really old model. So yeah, I decided to finally pull the trigger. I've just always loved blazers in general. I have my own pair, but that one is getting beat to the ground. And I decided, hey, why not pull the trigger on something that I've been thinking about for the longest time already. Wow, this outfit, like you see the pants and the orange, just an olive with orange, this will go insane. And I love the coloring on this. This is just so beautiful. The orange just pops. And for the fact that this is an off-white sneaker and a blazer, this is something that's very versatile. And I really cannot wait till I bust these out. Now I got these used on Goat, and I basically used my Goat credit. Now I had an order that I had to return in the past, so they gave me credit, and I decided to pull the trigger on these. I mean, I was always going to do it all along, so might as well do it on a shoe that I was really anticipating getting. And if you guys have seen my most recent sneaker wish list, this was on it. And again, this was a sneaker that released a long time ago, but it's something that I always wanted in my collection, and now I finally do. Now the condition on this is not even that bad. Yes, we do have some wear on the outsoles, but overall there are a lot of pairs out there that are very worn, just because again, this is a pretty old shoe, but I think that this is in pretty good condition. And yeah, I mean, it's a great sneaker overall. Now the sneaker does come with the zip tie and the additional laces. It's just in the shoe. We see the blue laces. I don't really know if I'm going to put those in, just because I feel like the sneaker looks good as it is already with the neutral laces. And we also have the zip tie, which I don't know, I'm pretty over wearing the zip tie when it comes to off-white sneakers. You don't need to flex this, and it does get in the way a lot when you're walking. It ends up just dragging on the floor, so that's pretty annoying. So we're just gonna put this to the side. We really don't need something like this. But yeah, I think when it comes to off-white, they're not as popular as they used to be. Not since Virgil Abloh passed away, and then we had the 10 collection before that. Just after everything happened, Off-White has just kind of like slowly calmed down with Nike. They haven't been releasing as much bangers. So this is something that is fresh to see in my eyes. Now this one is my third pair of Nike Off-Whites. Now the first one that I got ever were my Off-White Prestos, and these are super comfortable. And yeah, I mean, they're old, they're definitely worn. I've tried my best to restore them and keep them at least to a decent condition, and I think I've done a pretty good job. And then my second pair are the Off-White Zoom Flies right here. And again, these are a really all-around kind of sneaker where I can wear them for comfort, but at the same time, they just look good with anything because they're all black. And then finally, the Off-White Blazers as my third one to the collection. All right, so let's go into the sneaker itself. So starting off with the upper, we do have a traditional shape of the Nike Blazers. However, there is a little bit of difference when it comes to the material used on the uppers. So rather than the traditional materials used on the usual Nike Blazers, so your suede, your leather, your canvas, this time on the outer profile, we do have the synthetic material. However, on the other side, on the inner profile of the sneaker, that's where we have the traditional suede upper and then the leather on the back. But since we're on the inner profile of the sneaker, let's talk about the branding. So here again, we do have the address of where Nike headquarters are, Beaverton, Oregon. I've been there, I've been to their employee store, it's great. And yeah, we have the Off-White Nike collaboration. This is on every single one of their collabs. So here, especially on the inner, you see that once again on the Zoom Flies. And then for your Prestos, it's a little covered by the upper, but you still see it anyways. Now overall, the theme of Off-White sneakers is that they're supposed to come deconstructed, so it's supposed to look very raw, very prototype-esque. And as you guys can see with the synthetic material, it does look like it's kind of incomplete in that sense. My favorite thing about the shoe that pops out is obviously this bright orange swoosh. I feel like this just gives it color. However, it's also something that very much blends in with the rest of the sneaker. It complements it very nicely. And then as we transition over to the back of the swoosh, we have this little turquoise tag right here, which pretty much is included on all Off-White sneakers. Again, it's to show that it's kind of like a prototype shoe and it's deconstructed. So yeah, it's something that is pretty common with Off-White shoes. And then moving over to the laces, we do have some cream or neutral colored laces. And then on the laces, we do have the shoelaces screen printed onto the laces. So again, Off-White always likes to do that where they put things into quotes and they call it art. I don't know the meaning behind it, but again, I think it's really nice that they end up doing something like this. So moving on to the tongue, we do have a mesh construction. But on the side of the tongue, we do have the Nike tag in the corner. And when you're wearing it, it's pretty much hidden away, so you can't even really see it. Moving over to the back of the sneaker, we do have the Nike logo on the heel part of the sneaker. And this is in suede, and it's debossed into the shoe. As we move towards the bottom, we do have this kind of like barcode, I would say. I don't really know what it's for. It's a product code. But again, here is more of that prototype deconstruction look to the sneaker. But overall, Off-White just likes to do that to their shoes. They like to give it a really raw look to it. And I forgot to mention on the tongue, rather than having a finished look to it, we have this raw tongue where we see the foam exposed on the outside. Actually, with my vintage 77 Blazers, it's the same thing. So I don't think that this is exclusive towards Off-White collaborations, but something that they've also kept up with. Again, this sneaker comes with a blue zip tie, which is iconic to Off-White sneakers. And you're supposed to put this on the shoelaces and rock it like this to give it a prototype look. Like I said before, I'm not going to be attaching this to the sneaker. However, when you look at a zip tie, you automatically think of Off-White. So this is just how much of an impact that something this small has had on the collaboration in general. Whenever you see someone wearing a zip tie on their sneaker, you automatically think, hey, that's a pretty expensive shoe because they have this little piece of plastic on it. Isn't that crazy? And as we move over to the insole of the sneaker, we do have the traditional Off-White insoles, which are supposed to be really cheap. They're not supposed to be anything too premium, nothing too padded or soft. Rather, it's a regular Blazer insole. However, we do have a little bit of Off-White branding screen printed on the back here, and this is, you know, it's rubbed off. When it comes to Off-White screen printing, it's really cheap, so any sign of wear is going to show, and you know, it's basically going to fade away. I don't really care because, again, unless you're reselling the sneaker and hoping that you're going to get some extra value out of it, this is going to fade away regardless. So no one's gonna see it. It doesn't really matter. I think even though Off-White overall is really hype, the materials used on them are not the best. And that just goes to show you that hype does not necessarily mean premium quality. But nevertheless, Off-White and Nike have just made an incredible impact on the sneaker community. How often do you get two big brands that come together with the sneaker and give it such a deconstructed, iconic look? Basically something that looks cheap and not even completed, something that is worn down and raw and is going for so much money. And that was just a time in 2016, 2017, when all these sneakers were just super hype because of the kind of aesthetic they gave out. I mean, pretty much in nowadays trends, they're not as poppin' as they used to be because there are different kinds of values that we prioritize in fashion. But still, this whole look of the Off-White Nikes, the Off-White Blazers, this was just, it meant a lot to me, at least. So yeah, I will wear this, and I feel like this is a great Halloween kind of sneaker. And yeah, I mean, I'm just happy to own another pair of Blazers, especially one that I've been anticipating getting a long time now. So here we have it, the Off-White Blazers in the All Hallows Eve colorway. So yep, a little bit of an older sneaker review today, but it's something that still means a lot to me as a sneakerhead. It brings back a lot of nostalgia, it brings back a lot of memories to how I felt at that time. And now I'd like to hear from you guys. If you're an older sneakerhead, what's a sneaker that brings a lot of nostalgia to you back when you were younger and collecting sneakers? Drop a comment down below because I do want to hear from you guys. And as always, if you guys liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you guys want to hear more from me, smash the subscribe button because more will be on the way. Again, you guys are going to see a lot more sneaker reviews coming in 2025, and we're only in the first 2 months of this journey. So let's see how much sneakers we end up acquiring in this whole entire year. And again, this is the first one of 2025, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!